Me too. But it was some chat site or something that we started talking on, and then it moved to a text app. I mean, like, yeah, I had thoughts beforehand. I was like, all right, I really probably shouldn't do this.
Okay.
But I was gonna show up, like, see who she was. I really wasn't planning on anything. Lesson learned. I'm not, get off everything, don't do anything, don't even think about it.
Gotcha.
Because Skeet can be hiding in the bathroom.
It could happen. It could happen, Nick.
Well,
it's very possible. You just never know.
That's the thought process now. First time trying anything, and Skeet's in the bathroom.
Hey, do you want early access to videos like this?
We are approaching Bill's house right now. This guy's been talking to the decoy for over a year. Especially when you said, let me all in that little blank and I'll buy you the Plan B pill so you don't get pregnant.
And obviously I've never bought the Plan B pill.
Right now, these videos and more are only available on my locals, and for only $5 buckaroos a month, you can watch them. That's right, for the price of only one pumpkin spice latte a month, you can watch these videos and support the Skeet team in catching these predators. Now that I've got all my e-bagging out of the way, hope you enjoy the video. This here is 30-year-old Nick, or as I like to call him, the Smeagol Predator. He just has such a striking resemblance to the Lord of the Rings character Smeagol, but this time he's not on the hunt for a precious ring. No. What he's on the hunt for is a cupcake.
You want a cupcake? Give me the patriotic cupcakes. Ooh, you want a pickle?
No. Ugh. I don't like pickles.
Not that kind of cupcake. An illegal, underage cupcake.
You don't look 14
I know.
at all.
Yeah.
On one sunny afternoon, he showed up to our sting house to meet who he thought was a 14-year-old girl. But little did he know that he would be bombarded by me and a camera crew shortly after his arrival. And before long, the Kent County Police Department would also show up to address the situation. Now, Nick claimed that he wasn't going to do anything with this girl and he was just going to come over and hang out, and that was it. But if you ask me, that's a load of horse shit, because if we look at the chat log here at Revelation 6-9, Nick does bring up fitness. And at some point, he does like a little play on words, and he says, I was trying to be funny, and I was thinking, fitness in your mouth. Another thing he says was, what do you want to do with a 30-year-old man? And then the girl says, I don't know, what does a 30-year-old man want to do with a 14-year-old girl? And Nick goes on to say, we could get food. And if anyone asks, you can just say that you're my kid. That's a little disturbing, especially when you consider that Nick has a child of his own. Another thing he says is, I'm gonna have to watch myself when you come here. The girl says, what do you mean watch yourself? Nick says, I might try to do something with you. Now that's just predatory behavior right there. Now Nick said a lot more within this chat log. However, no one can really tell his story better than he can himself. So let's go ahead and get into the interaction. This is our potential predator. His name is Nick. He is on his way. He's gonna be here in just a few minutes.
What a chat.
Yeah, definitely. Total chat. I mean, do you see the definition in his chest? I mean, look at this. You see how it caves in? He's after a 14-year-old girl, it seems. And he has, what is it, a daughter?
Son.
A son. He has a son, a very 5-year-old son.
He was supposed to get him today. He asked the mom to keep him so he could meet the decoy instead.
Wow. So blowing off his 5-year-old son so he can meet a 14-year-old girl.
Yep.
Parent of the Year.
Parent of the Year award goes to
Smeagol.
Smeagol. Yeah.
I said, important question, what's that old song called where they say, to the window, to the wall? He said, Get Low by Lil Jon, and then sent a screenshot of the song.
Oh, okay, that's what it is.
And then he said, old ouch. I said, why do they say, sleet, 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 sleet?
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Yeah, just playing the role. And then he says, Skeet, Skeet, I have no idea. I am old. I could be your dad. And he asks her, she's going to get low. Wow.
So that's he's about to get skeeted. Yeah.
How are you?
Pretty good.
Good, good to see you.
You too.
Sit up here. So how long did it take you to get here?
About 40 minutes, 45 minutes.
Oh, that's not bad.
No.
Well, at least it's like the same as. Can you hand me that water? Thank you. You're awesome. Thank you. So, how are you?
Not too bad. Hot, sweaty.
Yeah, it's disgusting. That's why I was like, I didn't want to be out there.
Yeah.
Those old guys out there were trying to holler at me.
Yeah.
Did
Yeah,
you
but
see 'em?
yeah, the ones that are standing up there.
He said, "Ooh, I got a truck too, girl," because he was talking about your truck.
Rex, I did a whole lap around first.
Oh, yeah. But I thought, do you have a vape?
Yeah.
Let me see it. Ooh, this is cool. This has weed in it, or it's just
Yeah.
THC?
It-
Or what's the other one called?
Nicotine
Yeah,
or
that's it.
CBD? No, that's weed.
How much does this even like cost at the?
What?
You go to like the weed store?
That's about 45.
You're so lucky. You can like. How old do you have to be to go to the weed store?
21.
21. So I have to wait like.
A while.
Okay, 14, 15,
You don't look 14.
16, 17, 18, 19.
You don't look 14
I know.
at all.
Yeah. I forgot. What was that?
My phone.
Oh my god, it sounds like a freaking alarm.
No, it's Pac-Man.
Oh.
Remember, I'm a little bit older than you.
Yeah, how even old are you? I forgot.
30.
30? You want a cupcake? Give me the patriotic cupcakes. Ooh, you want a pickle?
No. Ugh. I don't like pickles.
You don't like pickles?
No.
What the crap?
There's a list of shit that I don't like.
Like what?
Corn,
Corn?
green beans,
You-
peas, carrots.
Okay, so you just don't like vegetables.
No.
This is not a vegetable.
Yeah.
This is a cupcake. Why you don't like it?
I didn't say I dislike it.
Thank you for being polite.
You're welcome.
There's warhead candy too. If you like that. Those look good though. Do you want to go get food? Or wait, are we going to your house or are we just gonna stay here?
How are you? So you like playing Pac-Man, do you?
Excuse
What the f is this?
Oh, sir, I'm with the Predatorial Investigation Unit. We do have the police on standby. What's your name?
Nick,
Nick. Nick what? Do you have an ID on you, Nick?
can I just leave?
I just have a few questions for you. So
Can I please just leave?
do you have an ID on you, Nick?
Can I please just leave?
I just have
I
a few.
won't. I will never come back. You'll never hear from me again. Please.
Well, how do I know that's true?
Because this is a big eye opener, and I won't mess around like this again. Please.
Well, help me understand first, Nick. What is?
Ask some questions, that's all.
Okay.
What's the eye opener, Nick?
The three of you. Like, I mean,
Okay.
like, yeah, I had thoughts
Okay.
beforehand. I was like, all right, you really probably shouldn't do this.
Okay. What
But I was gonna show up, like, see who she was. I really wasn't planning on anything.
Okay.
But
And who was it that you're here to meet?
Taylor.
Taylor. And just tell me a little bit about the backstory. How did you come across this Taylor? I'm just trying to understand how you ended
I
up
can't remember
here.
what site, but it was some chat site or something that we started talking on, and then it moved to a text app, and then by phone.
Okay.
I never sent no dirty pictures or nothing.
No.
I
But
wasn't-
but I recall you saying some things. Right.
Yeah, I made some suggestive marks and talked
Yeah.
about some stuff, and I really f***ed up.
Okay.
I really f***ed up.
Yeah, and you were aware that she is 14.
Yeah, that's a really big up.
Yeah, that's not good, Nick. I mean,
No.
the things that I've seen in this chat log are borderline illegal.
Yeah.
And I've seen guys do, a lot of time for
Yeah.
this stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, you say, do you even look 14? And when we were listening in there, you even acknowledged that she was 14, and I just don't understand that.
Yeah, I know.
At some point, in the conversation, you were talking about fitness.
Yeah, well, as soon as I seen her, like, I could tell by looks. Would you please not be taking photos with your phone back
I just took
there?
a picture, sorry, bro.
No, Nick, just...
Can you delete it? Because I don't.
Yeah.
Nick, just...
Okay, we need
I'm-
to break it down a bit.
just
well,
focus here,
I
okay?
don't see why she needs to be taking it.
Break it
Okay,
down a bit.
Okay.
Deleted it.
If you could just...
Sorry.
Please, Nick. Fitness was mentioned, and you made a play on words here. You say, I was thinking fitness in your mouth.
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember saying that?
Yeah.
Did you want your cupcake there, or...?
No.
Okay.
No.
I mean, in this conversation, it went on for some time, Nick. I mean, how long were you talking to this girl?
I mean, it wasn't like steady throughout the day, but it'd be
Okay.
a little bit every day.
Okay.
Maybe every day.
Yeah, you say, I want to taste your lips. And she says, she wears chapstick. You say, I'll lick it off. And you were thinking about kissing her earlier. And, Nick, I understand you have a son.
Yeah. That's the other thing is you guys walked out and he's who I thought. I'm like, I'm not gonna see him anymore.
So why'd you think of your son initially?
Because he's who I means the most to me, and I really don't want to go without him.
And how old is your son, Nick?
6.
6. So just really a few years older than the girl that you're here to meet
Yeah,
tonight.
I know.
So
It's really
you know what my...
f***ed up.
Right, Nick. So you know what my next question is going to be is anything funny going on with you and your son?
No.
Being that you're... Because you're here to meet a 14-year-old girl today.
Yeah. To see how it went and
To see how it went.
Just to meet her.
So if it went the right way, like tell me like where it would have gone.
I would have been second guessing every step.
Okay.
I really would have. I even thought about leaving, like on the way here. I'm like,
Okay.
I'm not going to be comfortable. I might end up leaving. Like,
And you say that if you stare at her pictures long enough, you'll get aroused.
yeah, well, not really, because there's nothing in her pictures
Okay.
to get aroused over.
But why'd you say that then, Nick?
Just to feed in and play along, I guess.
To sort of make her think that you were
Yeah,
more
to
interested.
to play along.
But now you understand why that's hard for me to believe.
Yeah, I do. I understand why
Nick,
it's hard to
it
believe.
wouldn't be so hard to believe if you weren't sitting here right now.
Yeah.
You understand where I'm
Yeah.
coming from?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, Nick was really committing to the whole Smeagol act. You know, down to the way he looked and down to the way he smelled. You know, he smelled terrible. I mean, just god awful. He could have really benefited from spraying on a cologne from Scentbird, and they're actually sponsoring today's video. What up? It's your boy Sellout Skeet, and I'm here to talk to you about Scentbird. Huge thanks to them for sponsoring this video today. Now you're probably asking yourself, what is Scentbird? And what the f does it have to do with a predator catching video? Well, absolutely nothing. I'm just out here trying to get a bag. Now, Hot Boy Summer may be coming to an end here shortly, but it's not too late for you to find that summer scent that you've been looking for. And with Scentbird, you can order up to 3 travel-size scents per month without having to commit to that full-size bottle. Do you find that your cheap cologne is drying up women faster than Nick's profile picture on any dating app? Well, look no further than this guy here. This is Our Best Smeller by Grooming Lounge. Not that kind of grooming. Get your mind out of the gutter. To get your nifty little scent out of your container here, you're gonna twist like this, and out comes it. You're just gonna twist her here, open her on up, and let me demonstrate my pull-out game. There we have our scent. And here we have a lovely scent by Room 1015 called Sonic Flower, or as I like to call it, Sonic D Flower. This one's gonna get you laid. I don't even know how the f you pronounce this one, but it's got some really good citrusy notes going for it, so if you're feeling fruity, go ahead and spray this on. Ditch that cheap cologne, head over to Scentbird, and use my code SkeeterGene for 55% off. It's just a little over $7 for your first month, available in the USA and Canada. Now, I'm gonna hand you back over to Skeet Hansen.
You say you want to hang out and you're so beautiful, but you have to be careful. And then you say, what if I only wanted to have sex with you?
But I don't. I don't know why I asked that, but I don't.
I mean,
that's very shallow to ask, but
You talk about sex a lot,
I don't think that
this
we
chat
did.
log. There is more than one occasion.
Well, how many occasions? You're saying a lot, but more than one
lot.
occasion doesn't sound that.
Yeah, various locations. Enough
Yeah, I know,
occasions for it to be illegal.
Yeah, enough.
Okay.
It's too much. I know.
Yeah.
I know it's a problem.
You say you were chilling in bed watching Street Outlaws. I mean, that adds up because you're a bit of a street outlaw with what you're here to do today. Talk about how much you want her. You say you want to see her full body. You were even talking to her, it looks like, on your son's, the day of your son's birthday party.
Yeah, a little bit. And I told her that I had a birthday party. Like,
Okay. So I'm just curious, what would the mother of your child think of this?
She
Do you
would
think do you keep
probably
contact?
put me in the ground for you guys. You guys wouldn't get to me. She probably would.
Okay. Well, I mean, we're not gonna let it get to that point.
Well, I don't
Okay.
want to even really be here anymore. Like, I
Okay.
really just want to
Well-
go home and.
Right, Nick. But I just have a few questions for you. Okay. And I mean, it goes on. You say that she's sexy. Asked to see her, her boobies.
Yes, I know. I remember what I've said.
No, Rick. Do we still have that pizza on the way? Were we still?
Go double check.
Yeah. Can you?
Then we
Yeah.
can put a call.
Okay.
Wait, what?
Appreciate it.
Wait, what?
Oh, we're just ordering food. So we've been here for a while today. Yeah, like that's all we've been. You're
Oh,
like,
so you guys had this whole setup for me all day long.
this was, just for you, Nick.
You pick the time.
You say, you say that I'm more worried about you and that you're the one that'll get in trouble. Your age makes me nervous, but you say that's also part of the thrill.
Yeah, it is. It is, but it's not worth the thrill. No.
What's so thrilling about a
the-
14-year-old girl?
It's not the age. It's more of that. It's something you can't have what you want. Like you want it because you can't have it, kind of thing. But
So a 14.
yeah, more
So
of it.
okay, so a 14-year-old girl, is something that
It's not
you
even.
want.
It's not even the age. Like if she was 18, it'd be the same way, just because she's that much younger than me.
So how young does a girl have to be for it to be how did you word it again? Something you want but you
I
can't
don't know.
have.
The
Where's the cutoff age for that for you?
5 years younger than me, because that's the youngest I've. Like
And
the
you're-
biggest age gap I've had.
And you're how old?
30.
35 years. So 25
Yeah.
years old would be sort of the cutoff age for
Yeah.
you. Is what you're saying now.
Like for that.
Okay.
Well, no.
Okay.
For that aspect, that taboo aspect, it's not even a taboo aspect. It's an age gap aspect, like having
An age
somebody
gap.
an age gap younger than me
I see. But the age 14
is
is
way too big a gap, and yeah,
Then why are you here, Nick?
because I'm an idiot and I made a mistake.
But you understand,
a
like,
series of them, and I really would love to just go home and.
okay, Nick. But what you're saying is just it's hard for me to believe. And, I
Which
think
part?
just the whole story of that you were going to come here and not do anything.
Well, it's not that I wasn't going to do anything. It's that I didn't plan on doing anything.
You didn't plan
I mean, I planned on
But,
something
Nick-
maybe happening, maybe not happening, but
Nick-
I plan on showing up, meeting her, talking, getting to know her.
Nick, this conversation is clear evidence that you were planning on doing something.
Yeah.
So you said maybe. What was maybe going to happen here with a 14-year-old girl?
I don't know. I don't know what was maybe going to happen.
So not having sex with her, like you said in the chat log?
I really didn't even plan on actually having sex with her. Like, yeah, I said it in chats, but like actually being here in person is different than on a phone and a screen.
Did you bring condoms with you?
That's a good question. Did you?
I did to be safe, but I didn't
did.
plan on using them.
Do you have them on you?
They're in my.
They're in your pocket?
I brought them in case I used them,
Okay.
but I
you
wasn't
weren't-
like planning to
Okay,
use them.
so
It was
just
more
in-
of a like a.
Just being
Cautious
Your head in
thinking.
me wants to say preventative maintenance.
Cautious thinking.
Preventative measure.
In
Like,
case it were to get to the
yeah,
point
in
where...
case they got there, like, all right, I'm safe. I'm using protection.
Okay.
Like, I'm at least not being that dumb.
Okay. So just in case it did lead to sex with a 14-year-old girl, you did bring condoms?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I do that with anybody.
Just with
anywhere.
anyone. And
yeah,
what's...
I use.
Okay. Are you single at the moment?
Yes.
Okay. Gotcha. And then you do ask her for a dirty picture. You say, I want to see the dirty you, meaning that would be nude pictures, right?
Well, just dirty.
Just dirty.
Not nude. It could have been underwear or,
Okay.
or like just a long shirt or.
Okay. Understood.
anything.
Gotcha. And then you do send a picture of you and your son in
Yeah.
the background there.
Yep.
And I mean,
sure did.
Nick, this is just
Yeah.
heartbreaking. I mean,
Yeah, I know. Trust me, I'm sitting here mentally beating myself up over it.
I just don't
Because
understand, you know.
clearly, I remember sending that.
Okay.
I remember him being in it.
Okay.
And purposely
Yeah.
having him in it in the background, playing on the Switch.
Yeah,
I
it's
thought
just
it was cute.
really sad that a boy's father is doing this sort of thing.
Yeah. Yep, it is. It really is.
And I just don't understand, you know, what drives a man to, you know, do this sort of thing. You ask her for a picture of her with her tongue out, and you say, I have a spot for that tongue.
Yeah. Yep, and then I played into that.
Another play on words, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Nick, I mean, what is, you know, the lesson to be had here, do you think? Ultimately, what do you think should happen to you?
I mean, I think this is a bit of enough. I'm scared sitting here.
Okay.
And I know,
Yeah, I mean,
I know I did wrong. I said some I shouldn't have.
Yeah, I would have to agree, Nick. I mean, this is just a bad situation. There's just nothing.
Yeah, it is a really bad situation.
Just nothing good that can come out of this. And then, even at some point in the conversation, you say, "How do I know this isn't some
to catch a predator?"
To catch a predator shit.
Yup. I mean, I'll be damned. I called it, didn't I?
Well, you sure called it, and you know, here you are. Here you are. I mean, how do you get there? I mean, you clearly called it out, but yet you're here. It seems like you couldn't resist the urge.
Well, like, I thought of that whole show
Okay.
from back then. But then I'm like, no, they don't do that anymore. Like,
Yeah,
they don't set people up and record them because I haven't heard of that happening in a while. Well, it does.
Well, welcome to reality, Nick.
Yeah. They
Seems
just
we're
don't televise it like they used to.
not really. You know, we're sort of just getting the investigation started again. And I mean, you even screenshot a definition of, you know, to catch a predator and send it to her so she knows what it is.
Yeah, well, I mean, the show was canceled in, I think
Right.
it says 2008.
Yeah.
So,
You say they would set people up and record it for TV, and you say it was kind of f***ed up.
yeah,
What was f***ed up about it?
that they set people up
So,
like that.
do you feel like you were set up today?
Yeah, but at my own fault for playing into it. I mean, yeah, it's...
Nick, can you really say that you were set up? I mean, you made first contact with the profile. You
Yeah.
led the sexually charged conversation.
Yeah.
You asked to come over.
Yeah, I know.
What about that is setting you
Yeah,
up?
I know what you mean. Like, you guys being here and me not knowing is like the
That's what you
setup
mean.
part.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you
But what?
soliciting sex from a minor is, I don't believe you were set up for that. I believe that's something that you
Yeah.
did on your own. Would you agree?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, I know today she made the comment about skating when I got here.
Yeah. Yeah, I see that.
That was a comment she made on her own.
Yeah.
So I don't think I said anything before that. I just
Yeah, she
sent her
was-
the explanation of the song.
Right. Yeah, she was referencing
Yeah,
the song.
and then she did a play on words towards me.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah, you say, skeet, skeet, I have no idea what that is, and it's okay, I'm old enough to be your dad.
Yeah, that.
So again, you acknowledge
Yeah.
how much older you
Yeah,
are.
and that's.
Yeah.
Yeah, fucked up.
Yeah, definitely old enough to, you know, be your father there. Well, Nick, how does it feel to be on one of those TV shows now?
There's a few words. Embarrassing, humiliating,
Right.
devastating. I don't want to be here on this. This isn't
Right.
what I thought. I mean, wish I would have just turned around and left.
Yeah, we all wish that, Nick, but
Yeah.
you know, instead here you
Yeah,
are.
I'm sitting in here.
Yeah.
So what's gonna happen?
Well, I'm gonna ask you. I just really want to know, like, where do you think we should go from here, Nick? I mean, first of all, I think the mother of your children of your child should know about this, don't you?
No, not
No?
really.
No. Do you?
I don't want anyone to know. I just want to go home.
I gotcha. Well, here's the thing, though, Nick.
I'm gonna fucking get off of everything.
Okay.
Everything online. Everything.
Here's the thing, Nick. People are gonna know about this either way, and would you rather it come from you, or would you rather your story be told for you?
How are people gonna find out about this? Where are you gonna put it? How can you
That's
put
not
it
up
anywhere?
to me to decide, Nick. That's up to the broadcasting team.
how, I had never given consent that you guys can put this anywhere, so how can
Well, Nick, you made the choice to come in here.
But you guys didn't tell me you were gonna record me.
No, and we don't need your consent.
You don't?
We actually don't. It's in the law. It's a one-party consent state.
Oh,
Yeah.
great. Okay.
So again, I just
don't.
asked, would you rather it come from you, or would you rather your story be told? I mean, I'm just saying to your loved ones, to your, the mother of your children, for example.
I mean, to be fair, you're the one chasing tail. You have it on your shirt.
Yeah.
You got a chance to make a case. for
Does it actually
yourself.
say that on the back?
It says white tail,
Oh,
chasing tail.
okay.
You forgot what shirt you were wearing today?
No, I didn't know I don't remember what it
Oh.
says on the back word for it, so I didn't know if it said chasing tail or something tail, so.
I see. Okay. Well, Nick, do you have anything else to say for yourself?
I'm sorry to all you guys for this, like,
Are you just sorry to us?
I'm sorry to her, I really
Okay.
am, for all the shit I've said to her that she didn't deserve, and all the shit that I've done, and
Okay. Are you sorry to, your loved ones,
yeah,
your
I'm
child,
sorry to everybody, I let everybody down, I fucking disappoint everybody doing that.
Yeah, I would say so,
I mean,
Nick.
I'm supposed to see my son tomorrow, so I'm gonna have a hard time looking at him.
I would imagine so.
Yeah, it's gonna be a rough day tomorrow.
Right.
I'm gonna be worrying about this for, I don't know, ever.
Well, Nick, if that's all you have to say, then what I have to let you know is that I'm Skeet Hansen with the Predatory Investigation Unit, and we're actually doing an online series about adults who try to meet up with teens online for sex. I guess you could say it's sort of along the lines of To Catch a Predator.
Yeah, something similar to that.
Right.
Okay.
And if there's nothing else you have to say, I just want to let you know, you've just been skeeted in 4K, and
Wait, just been what?
Skeeted.
Skeeted.
Yeah.
Ejaculated.
No, I'm
Well,
I'm Skeet Hansen.
That's what we were talking about
Yeah.
earlier at the word
Yeah.
meeting.
Well, that's
so-
because I'm Skeet Hansen, and that's sort of my.
Okay.
It's just my catchphrase.
Okay.
It's sort of like my ending.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah. Oh no problem. No problem. I'm glad
I
you
thought you
asked.
said Steve Hansen, not Skeet Hansen.
Oh, Skeet Hansen. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
enunciation was.
I gotcha. Yeah.
Here, right.
I'm glad you asked.
Okay, well, I'm sorry for the play on words with your name. I didn't
Oh,
mean
no
it. If I
problem.
would have known that's what you actually said the first
Yeah.
time, I would not made the word play.
Yeah. No problem, Nick.
Okay.
No problem. I'm glad you asked. Most people don't ask when they hear that. But yeah, if there's nothing else that you have to say, I think.
I really am sorry to all
Yeah.
you guys,
Okay.
my family, friends, everybody. Her,
Okay.
whatever her name really may be.
Okay.
I highly doubt it's Taylor, but
It's confidential.
yeah.
Okay.
But I'm sorry.
Decoy the decoy.
Decoy.
Decoy the decoy. That's my name.
Yeah, it's sort of an online persona.
Okay.
Yeah. Nick, I don't know. I think you should call your baby mama and let her know about this. No? Not happening?
I don't want to tell
Okay.
anyone.
Yeah, I mean, I just figure I'd give you the opportunity to have it come from you instead of,
Why are you guys gonna reach out and
Elsewhere.
talk to them?
Most likely, we do have her information. We can reach out to her. Yeah.
What, would you not?
Well, we had to let her, obviously we had to let her know, being that she's the mother of your
Why do you have to
child.
let her know?
We just think it's important that she knows.
But she's not part of this, so she doesn't need to know.
Well, she is because she's, still in contact with your child, correct?
Yeah, but there's nothing going on with my child.
Well, we can't know that for sure, Nick.
But you have no
Yeah.
right to get into the rest of my personal life.
Nick, whatever information is out there, we're able to reach out. There's nothing illegal about
How
it.
are you guys getting all this information then? I didn't give it.
No, you didn't, but we've done our own research. There is a such thing as public information online. If you haven't taken the time to make your information private, then your information is out there, and there's a way to access it publicly, Nick.
Okay.
So there's
Do you guys have
nothing.
a pamphlet on how to get to that?
We can't share that. Sorry, sorry. No, we have our own ways of
Yeah.
doing things, and we don't share them.
Yep.
You know.
Okay. Well, can you please not get a hold of the child of my mother?
Sure. If you want to give her a call right now and let her know what's
I
going
want to
on.
give her a call right now.
Okay. So beggars can't be choosers, Nick.
Please don't. Please don't.
Fine. Then you can give her a call yourself.
I don't want to call her. I don't want her to know.
Nick, I mean, you're not
Please.
really leaving me
Please,
with
please,
many options.
Just please. This one thing. Just don't tell her. Just don't get a hold of her. Don't tell people.
Okay, well, say we don't get in contact with her. What's the reward for it? What do we get out of it?
I mean, you guys are getting this to put on your show. You guys are
Well,
getting...
we were getting that anyway because you walked in here. But,
I know.
And where's it going to go? I mean, who's to say you're not going to chat up another 14-year-old girl?
I'm not gonna. All the sites that I was on, I'm gonna get off of. I'll stay off of.
But Nick, how do we know how
Because
long?
how do I know this ain't gonna happen again? How do I know I'm not gonna see you in another bedroom in another motel?
Well, if you stay offline and stopped chatting with 14-year-old
stop doing
girls,
it all. Yeah, I don't have to worry about it.
But
and
we
that's
don't.
my plan. Because now all I'm gonna think of is if this were to ever happen again, is all right. Skeet's gonna be in the room. He's gonna be hiding in the bathroom waiting for me. Like, I'm not even gonna show up. Like, this ain't gonna happen. Like,
Okay.
like you guys, like, really put it into perspective that this still happens. Like, people still.
It does. It's, you know, we keep it under wraps a little bit, but people
Yeah.
are out here doing this
Yeah.
sort of thing.
Well,
Yeah.
I won't tell anybody that you guys do this.
Well,
I mean,
it's sort
they're
of
gonna be like, well, how'd you
public.
know?
Yeah. Well, you were on an episode, I guess. I guess that's how.
Yeah.
How you would know.
I was a dummy and I was on there. I made some really bad choices.
To say the least, Nick.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you sure you don't want it to come from her? You sure you don't want it to come from you, though?
I don't want it to come from anybody. I don't want you guys to get a hold of her. I don't want to get a hold of her and tell her.
Okay. Well, if that's the route you're going, Nick, I mean, it's, you know,
Are you guys gonna get a hold of her and tell her?
well, she has to know some way or
doesn't.
another. Nick, I mean, it's
No,
the
she
mother.
doesn't.
It's the mother of your children.
No, she doesn't.
I think it's important that she knows.
No, it isn't that important.
Why isn't it important? So say that
You're here
it was.
man, you have a child of your own at home, she has to know.
Well,
I
say
was not
that.
here to a child.
Well,
I was here
Nick-
to meet one and talk
Nick,
to her.
And you said
And-
maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe you
But
have sex.
the way he is putting it is that was my only
In the eyes
directive,
of
and
the
it was
law,
not.
Statutory,
In the eyes of the law, Nick, she's 14. She cannot consent to
Yeah, I know.
sexual acts. So,
which means it was
Yeah, I
in the
know.
eyes of the law,
I know, but the way you worded it, that I came here to.
that's what you're here to
I-
do, man.
no matter how it was worded, Nick, that's
Yeah.
what you were maybe open to doing at least.
Yeah,
Correct.
open to.
Okay.
Maybe open to.
And you talked about it, and
Yeah.
from the chat log, it looked like that's what was going to happen. But think of it if the tables were turned. What if the mother of your child was
Yeah,
caught up in the same thing? Wouldn't you want to know about that? Do you think?
Honestly, probably not.
You wouldn't want to know about it?
I mean, if she obviously knew she f***ed up and like whatnot, then no, I don't see the need for anyone to know. But like if she was in my shoes and she was sitting here not giving a that'd be different. But
Okay.
like, no, I don't want anyone to fucking know.
Okay. Well, we understand why you might not want anyone to know, Nick, but
She doesn't.
At the end of the
and
day,
I don't think
someone-
she needs to know either. I don't feel the reason why she needs to know. Yes, I have a kid with her, but I would
And
never do
that's
anything with
reason
my own
enough.
kid, and I'm not going to do anything with a kid after this. I'm not even going to think about it.
so this was your wake-up call?
Yes, this is a wake-up call. This is the eye-opener. Like, oh, they still do this. You can't trust anybody out there.
How many times have you done this before, Nick?
None.
This is the first time?
Yeah.
Now you know how many times I've heard that.
Yeah, but this is my first time.
You know how many times I've heard that, too?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure you have.
How many?
But hand on my heart. This is my first time.
But you gotta understand, you know.
Yeah, I understand.
Surely
where you're coming
it can't
from.
be true every time.
Yeah, not every time. No,
Yeah.
but this really is my first time. Anything
Okay.
like this
Okay.
at all.
I guess we don't have a way to confirm nor deny that. So,
You know, this is a one-time mistake, and I won't make it again. Like, you guys done scared the out of me. You walked out of that bathroom, my break.
yeah. Well, you know, that's, sort of the goal here.
Yeah.
Nick, because
Yeah,
adults shouldn't be doing anything with, children that they're meeting online.
yeah,
You know?
you're right. They shouldn't. And I'm sorry that I'm in this situation. I'm sorry I took time out of your guys' day and put you in this situation, because it's a beautiful day outside.
It is. I mean, you could
It
be
really-
doing a number of things
Yeah,
outside.
I could be doing anything else.
You could be at the bar, at the beach or something,
Yep.
hanging out with friends, but instead you decide to come here and
Yeah. And
hang out with a 14-year-old girl.
Yep, man, that was a big-
and maybe have sex, right? Maybe.
that was a big mistake.
Okay, yeah. Real
One
big
I'd like
mistake.
to move past and be like,
Mm-hmm.
lesson learned. I'm not, get off everything, don't do anything, don't even think about it,
Gotcha.
because Skeet's gonna be hiding in the bathroom.
Could happen. It could happen, Nick.
Well,
It's very possible. You just never know.
That's the thought process now. First time
Okay.
trying anything, and Skeet's in the bathroom.
And
So-
then you get skeeted. So,
Yeah, get skeeted. No, I'm not going to listen to that song the same anymore.
yeah. I imagine this is a bit of a traumatizing experience.
Yeah, it is. Is that why she asked about that song this morning? Is because it says Skeet in it? She's back there.
Yes, that was the
She's
reason.
back there
Yeah,
dancing, smiling.
bit of a play on words on our end.
You
as
guys
well.
playing words on me.
Yeah, you play words, we play words as
Yeah.
well. You know, it's a bunch of wordplay going
Yeah.
on. Yeah. So that's it.
So that was pretty clever of you guys.
I appreciate it, Nick.
Yeah,
Appreciate it.
Yeah, A plus on that.
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
And it was believable from a 14-year-old because that song's so old. Like, all right, 14-year-old might not know that song and know
Yeah.
everything, all the lyrics, but even I don't know all the lyrics. What they mean.
Well, I'm sure you'll have time to learn the lyrics. I think they have a jukebox in prison or something.
No, please don't.
Please don't want.
What, you guys gonna take legal action too?
Well, Nick, obviously law enforcement has to know about this. This is illegal.
But there was nothing happened with anybody.
Nothing happened, but there was talks of things happening in this chat log.
Yeah, but there was no actual minor involved.
But Nick, you understand that you were under the impression that you were talking to a minor and you said these things.
Yeah.
So that falls under the category of soliciting a minor online for sex, and there may be a few other charges that could possibly go with that.
So my life is.
Well,
Because
that's not up to me to decide.
But turning it in, yeah, you kind of are deciding that.
Well, it's going to be up to the police to decide. And when they arrive in just a few minutes,
What?
we'll go over that.
What? No, I want to
Nick,
go home.
Nick, you made the decision to come in here.
Can I make the decision to leave?
I think it's best we all just, wait here. Okay?
No, please. No, I have a life. I have a kid.
I understand that.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, weren't you thinking about that on your way here?
Yeah, a little bit, yeah. And I was really thinking about coming in here and like maybe hanging out and talking to her for an hour or two, and then being like, all right, I'm good. I'm just.
And
not into this.
that's
wanna
why
leave.
you brought the condoms.
Well, just in case. I'd rather be safe. I'd rather have them and not need them than need them and not have them. I never planned on
Understandable.
using them, but I wanted to have them just in case.
Understandable, Nick.
It's.
But still, I mean, it shows that you
Would
had-
it look worse if I walked in here saying all this and I didn't have any? Because then it looked like I'm gonna.
Actually, being that you did bring them with you, it shows
was
that you
worse.
were actually planning on doing these things. And it's hard to believe that you weren't going to.
Well, I know.
So, yeah, that's kind of just
I thought you guys were gonna let me go home.
that's where we're at, Nick.
You were making it sound like I was gonna go home.
Was I?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That
I didn't mean to.
after.
I was just talking to you. I was trying to, further
Fill
understand.
time and stall me out. And,
Well, no, I was trying to understand, sort of your thinking and how you got yourself into, this situation.
well, I mean, if I'm going to jail, then yeah, I guess she kind of does need to know.
Well, that's one reason I wanted you
Well,
to,
I don't want to fucking go to jail.
give her a call. Because they only give you so many calls.
No, I don't
when you're
want
in
to go
there,
to jail, please.
Well, Nick, like I said, it's not up to me to
It's
decide.
gonna be up for the police.
It's going to be up to them to decide.
I made a mistake. I just want to go home.
Pretty big mistake.
Yeah,
Nick.
really, really big mistake that I
This-
will never, ever, ever make again.
This is just one of those mistakes that you can't just walk away from, Nick. This is a very serious thing.
Yeah, I know. I really wish I could.
Because, had a 14-year-old girl been here, something might have happened, okay? And you could
Or
have,
something might not have happened.
but also something might have
Or
happened.
something that might not have.
Okay, it can go either way.
Yeah, it can.
Okay, and you could have
And
potentially.
with all the gut feelings and everything I had walking into here, nothing probably would have happened.
Okay.
Because the closer I got, and the closer I got, the more anxious and the more anxious, and I walked in here and it was just worse and worse. And then I seen how she looked. She doesn't look 14 in person,
Okay.
and it was just like it was a build up to me not doing anything. Like, the farther along I got, the worse it got.
The worse it got in what sense?
Like, the worse my anxiety got. The more
Okay.
I wanted out, the more I didn't want to do it.
Like
the
on your
more-
way here.
Yeah, and then like walking in here and like seeing her in person, like, all right, no, like I should just leave. This isn't right.
If your gut feeling was telling you not to do it, then why'd you keep going?
I don't know why I walked in here. I should have just went like, yeah, nope, never mind, I'm done. I don't want to do this.
Gotcha.
I really, really wish I would have.
And
I
you
really
know,
wish you guys would just let me go home.
And, you know,
have
not
the police
to-
coming and
and Nick, not to mention, you could have potentially, you know, ruined a child's life.
yeah.
And did you
Yeah.
think of that, about that on your way?
No, but like,
Did you consider, you know, maybe what if your child was 14 and some man was coming to meet your child? I mean, how would that make you feel?
Yeah, I'd be mad. Yeah, I'd be mad. I would be. I'd be really mad.
So what makes it okay for you to do it?
It doesn't make it okay. I would give somebody the benefit of the doubt to learn their lesson without ruining their life in jail.
Okay.
Hey Nick, my child is 14.
Yeah. Okay.
So you can ask him how he feels about this.
Well, I mean, you're different than me, so I can't expect the same.
Yeah.
You'd probably just lay him right into the dirt.
We're different people.
Yeah.
Different methods of dealing with this sort of thing.
Please just go home.
And I think it's best we all just, wait for the
The police
police.
to show up whenever
Yeah.
that is.
Yeah, should be any minute.
This is Nick here. We have receipts for it. He was meeting. This is the predatory. This is E. Hansen, predatory investigation group here.
Good, how's it
So
going?
the Nick here was meeting with what he thought was a 14-year-old girl for sex this evening.
It was not meeting for sex.
Whose
please.
bag is this? Is that, oh,
Would
that's
you
yours.
would you
Okay.
please watch how you word it? I was not meeting for sex.
No, that's
Watch how the chat log words it.
That's what the chat log.
Can
Wild
I,
horses.
can I chat with you out here?
Thank
Don't
you
forget
for
your
coming.
cupcake, Nick.
I don't want to.
Okay.
I don't want to. That's mine. Can I have that back?
Yeah.
What'd you bring in here? Oh, okay.
You did. And then put.
I was observing it because you were bringing
Yeah,
a
I
weed
know.
vape for a 14-year-old girl to smoke. So playing the 14-year-old, I held the vape like I would
Yeah.
smoke it, except for I didn't.
Okay.
Stop acting like
chat
I'm
with
doing something
officers.
wrong.
Nick, I don't think you have much to say in this situation.
Do you have any guns or anything? Do you have your ID on it? Now,
So what you got so far? What's going on?
All right, so this is the chat logs we have here. His name is Nick. What's his last name again? Yeah, the conversation started on an app called Whisper. He does hit up the account here. The decoy tells him that she's 14. He acknowledges it. They start talking on the Kick app at some point. Shortly after that, they start talking via text message. And throughout here, he just says a bunch of sexual things to who he believes to be a 14-year-old girl. One thing he says here is, I was thinking of fitting this, in your mouth.
Okay.
Yeah, and I mean, you can feel free to, look through it, but these are basically all the highlights of the
Okay.
things he was saying.
Understood.
That's pretty
Yeah, let me
much.
take pictures of that real quick for our evidence
Sure.
server.
Sure.
There's a phone call with him as well. It's about an hour long.
Okay.
We talked on 4 different platforms. It started on Chat IB, I believe. It was either Chat IB or Whisper.
It was Whisper.
Whisper.
Yeah.
Okay, it was Whisper, and then it went from Whisper to Kick, from Kick to Text Now, and then he just gave me his, I believe his real number, just within like the last week and a half. So there's
This
all.
has been going on for a while.
Yeah. That's what he keeps saying. I was just here to meet, but it's like he was literally like like at first it seemed like he was just testing the waters. It's not very often that we know 100% that they're gonna show up. He was literally like in love with her.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys been doing this all night, or?
We're just getting started. First one of the day.
Yeah.
Okay.
You guys might,
Gonna be a long night.
might be hearing from us again.
Yeah.
Awesome.
All right, boys. We are causing quite the scene here at the Red Roof Inn. The Red Roof Inn is where it goes down. Right now, our alleged predator, Nick, is in the sheriff's truck being questioned. And we're gonna find out in a few minutes here whether he's going to be taken to jail or not.
Now, he got pictures of all of the paper that you had.
Yeah.
What my partner was saying is that there wasn't any explicit pictures that were sent from this guy to your girl,
Right.
but there was a lot of sexual talk and
Yeah.
that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Anything else?
4320.
What you think?
I mean, he brought condoms.
Yep.
That's really about it, the sexual talk, and, you know, he's here and he brought condoms. Anything happening with this guy, or?
I have no idea.
Okay, I just had to let him go for
Once
now.
everything gets put into a pile, the detectives look at it and take it
Yeah.
across.
Gotcha.
All right.
Good.
Thank you, sir.
Sir, appreciate it.
Now, Nick begged me not to call the police on him, but I did anyway, because we don't play that shit around here. And unfortunately, he refused to call his baby mama and let her know of his actions. But hopefully she sees this video and sees Nick's actions and pursues full custody of her child, because I don't think Nick needs to be hanging around any children after this. For the time being, Nick lives to see another day. For now. You never know what could happen in the future. Hopefully something is done though. But if anything, I hope that Nick can learn from his actions and never chat up or try to meet with any underage girls online again. That's all I can really do. We hope not to see Nick on any of these platforms again, but we'll be keeping an eye out for him, as well as any other predators that may fall into our investigation. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this episode of To Skeet a Predator. If you did, be sure to leave the video a like and subscribe to the channel. Also, thanks again to Scentbird for sponsoring this video. You can check them out in the link in the description down below. Now that's going to be a cut, boys and girls. Let's go get drunk.